Renata. She is the general manager here at Bay Athletic Club, and today Tracy is going to share with us 5 tips to a healthier, fitter you. So what is tip 1?
Yeah, Kelsey, tip number 1 is set short-term goals for yourself. So short-term goals just mean you want to have a start date and an end date for anything that you do. So for example, if I'm setting a goal for myself that I want to run a half marathon, I'm going to set my start date for my training and I'm going to have my end date, which is going to be race day. A lot of times people will just say, oh, I want to get fit, but they really have no goal in mind. But by setting short-term goals for yourself that maybe in 2 weeks I want to be able to do 10 push-ups on my knees and do 50 squats and be able to walk a mile. That'd be perfect to say in 2 weeks that that's your goal. A lot of our programs here at Bay Athletic Club have start dates and end dates, which makes it really perfect to just stay accountable for that short amount of time.
And what would tip 2 be?
Tip number 2 is to work out with a buddy. Research will show that you're more likely to stick with something if you have a buddy to work out with. You're less likely to cancel on somebody if you know that you're going to meet them there. So if, for example, if you're going to go walk Island Park, if you said you're going to be there at 4 p.m. and you don't show and you leave your buddy standing, it's not going to happen. But if you have that buddy there, then you're more likely to stick with it. And you know, here at the club, we have so many people that have made connections with friends, and they're like, oh, I'll see you at 5 o'clock class, or I'll see you at, you know, the gym at 6 a.m. to get our workout in. So having that buddy certainly makes you a little bit more accountable.
Yeah, accountability. You don't want to let someone down.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And for number 3?
Finding activities that you enjoy to do is tip number 3. So with this tip, what I love about it is that there's something out there for everybody. So even you who's like, I hate to exercise, if that's you on the TV viewer, just making sure that you find something that you enjoy doing. So if I hate running, why would I want to go out and run? Maybe I would like biking instead. Maybe I like walking instead. If I hate lifting weights, and that's something that I don't like to do, why would I want to do it? But maybe doing some body weight strength training exercises or something like that would be more enjoyable for me. So finding that activity that you love to do is certainly a huge perk and a huge tip for staying active.
And how would you suggest someone finds an alternative? Like an alternative, if they don't like to run, what would they do? Or if they don't like to lift weights, what would they do?
Yeah, if you're not sure where exactly to start, one thing that I would do is I would do some research online. You could obviously call up here to the club, and even just calling and talking to one of our trainers, we can certainly give you some tips for that. Asking friends who are active, what do you do for activity? Those might be some ways for you to find something that you'd maybe enjoy.
Okay, and number 4, make a plan.
Number 4 is make a plan. So having a plan for yourself. If you schedule it in your planner or your day book or in your phone, just like you would a doctor's appointment, dentist appointment, dropping the kids off at school, that sort of thing. If you schedule fitness in, your hour time block, you're more likely to stick with it. Same thing with clean eating and food. If you have a plan in place of what you're going to make for your meals that day, you're more likely to stick with it. The biggest excuse as to why people don't stick with something is because they don't have a plan, because they don't have time. They say they don't have time. So eliminating that excuse and just having that plan in place will certainly save you time and get you healthier in the process. So I'd like to show you just a few things that you can do if time is that excuse. You're going to have a plan right now. When you're done with this segment watching it, you're going to have a plan of things that you can do at home. All right, Kelsey, so this is one of the exercises that viewers can do at home as part of their plan. It's called a hover. What I'm going to have you do is you're laying on the ground, laying on the floor, elbows under shoulders, clasping your hands together. You're going to curl the balls of your feet, and you're going to just lift your tummy and bottom up off the ground. And this one's targeting your glutes and your abs right here in your lower back. So dropping your knees to the floor is one way to modify this if you're not quite strong enough to hold it up on your toes. So this one's called the hover. Holding it during the commercial break for 60 seconds would be ideal. All right, another exercise that you can do at home is finding a wall, and Kelsey's going to demonstrate a wall sit for us, which is going to help us strengthen our legs and our core. So Kelsey, you're going to sit down on that wall so that your knees are bent to 90 degrees, knees staying right over those ankles. Push your back and shoulders up against the wall and just hold those arms at the side. Great one to hold for about 60 seconds. Again, perfect for that commercial break when you're at home. Feel those legs, absolutely. Perfect.
All right, and then I guess we still have one more step.
Yep, step number 5 is having patience when you're setting goals and making a plan for yourself. So results don't happen overnight. So if you start working out on day 1, Don't expect to see numbers change right away, but right away you can expect to see an increase in energy. You can expect to be sleeping better. You can expect to feel happier. So just being patient with it, give it time, but staying consistent is key, because with consistency, you'll definitely see results.
All right, so just review real quick the 5 steps.
Yeah, step number 1 again was setting goals for yourself. Also making sure that you have a start date and end date, short-term goals. Step number 2 is working out with that buddy, so making sure that you have that accountability partner to help keep you accountable. Step number 3 is finding activities that you certainly enjoy and love to do, and to do that, just ask your friends who are active, call up here to the club, do a little bit of research on your own, but finding those activities that you enjoy. Step number 4 is making that plan. So scheduling it into your day. If you have that excuse of time, doing those 2 simple exercises that Kelsey just demonstrated will certainly help you at home to have that plan. And then step number 5, having that patience.
All right, well, thank you so much, Tracy. And now you guys have 5 simple steps to a healthier, fitter you.